Hey y'all, hey! I'm Ashley, and this is For Dizzy Birds, where life is busy, but budgeting is fun. On this channel, we use a zero based budget, cash stuffing, and savings challenges that actually make saving fun. My husband and I both work full time. We've got two awesome boys, two crazy corgis, and a life that never slows down, which I'm sure many of you can relate to. So, staying on top of our money has to be simple and attainable. We have big goals. Number one, to get out of debt, to get ahead on our monthly bills, and ultimately to totally transform how we think about money. If you're also ready to take control of your finances one paycheck at a time and maybe have a little fun doing it, you're in the right place. So grab your favorite drink, your favorite snack, and let's get to it. Hey y'all! Happy Saturday. Well, it's Saturday for me. I believe this video will be going up on Saturdays. Still getting back in the swing of things as my return to YouTube. This is week 2. So I'm still trying to figure out what my flow is going to be, what's going to work best with our lives. But I'm thinking that this debt binder, kind of the adulting phase of our weekly savings, will happen on Saturdays. So I will do everything I can to get that posted consistently on Saturdays. I have so many fun things to show you today. Um, with it being week 2, of just a little better grasp on what I need to do next. And because of that, now I can and kind of slow down a little bit and share some of the new fun things that I have planned with you. So before we do get into the binders, we are going to be stuffing our month ahead binder, and I do have a sum of money to put towards our debt binder, so yay. I also have my weekly allotment for the emergency fund, and we are going to take care of all those things. But I did want to take a few minutes here in the beginning to show you some of the new products and things that I have planned for Dizzy Birds. So first up is this. I just want to share with you, I have not ever shared what I use to actually do my budgeting. And previously, I have been using an existing product, the Budget Mom. I think she's fantastic if you're just starting out and you can afford to put a little bit towards buying a product, because really honestly budgeting can happen on a notebook, on pen and paper. You do not have to spend money to save money, and please don't if you're not able to make that work in your budget. But if you do, the Budget Mom is a great option, and I have been using her budgeting binder for 3 years now. But recently, I kind of had the thought that I've been doing this for a bit. It's been 2 years in October. So for a little bit, I have been doing this cash stuffing, cash budgeting. And while her product is as close to what I needed as I had found, um, it wasn't quite exactly what I needed. So I got brave and decided to make my own. Now, this is just for me. I have no plans to put this in the shop at the moment. I'm still kind of playing around with what that would look like, even if I did ever offer it. But for now, I thought it would be nice to show you what I have created to use for my budgeting. So this is built on a 12-month calendar. It's spiral bound, and the sheets inside of it allow me to track my budget the way that I like to. So I have a calendar layout here, and in each day of the calendar, and since it's undated, I can reprint this each year. I don't have to have a new one or to redo it every year, but I'll be able to put the dates in here, and then I can put my bills for each day that that bill is due. Haven't got that far. Now, I'm not going to go into too much detail about my income and sort of the breakdown of how our budget goes. That's just it's too much, honestly, I think, and what we really want to look at here. But I do have a way to mark it all down. I know what I'm putting aside for each date for that paycheck. And once I have figured out all the bills that absolutely have to come out, though, the variable and the fixed expenses that have to come out from that paycheck, I'm able to come over here to the second page and see how much money I have left over for sinking funds, savings challenges, and so on. So, for instance, this was last week's pay, not the one that we're going to be budgeting this week. I had a much bigger paycheck at the beginning of the month because I get paid monthly and my husband gets paid weekly. So we had quite a bit more, and we always allocate based on that. So you saw after the bills are paid, this is how much we had left. And here are our current sinking funds. I would like to see this list get longer, but right now we got to work with what we got. So we set aside what we need to for our sinking funds, our non-negotiable sinking funds. You see that our emergency fund is right there. And then total that up, and that leaves us with this amount here to put towards savings challenges. So I take that amount and then figure up, and actually it got fluffed a little bit because of some overspending last week. But this is ultimately what we ended up with, and this is what you would have seen me actually stuff in last week's videos. And the goal was to get all of this. Every dollar has a purpose. It goes to a zero-based budget. So like I said, that was last week's. If we are to look at this week's, what are we going to be doing in this week's videos? Same thing, again, not going into too much detail on the income and all of the fixed expenses, but once we get to this page, we have $397 left over for sinking funds and savings challenges. This is much more realistic for our weekly pay when it doesn't have my monthly income factored in. So this is just my husband's pay, which comes in on a weekly basis. So we know that we have about $397 to play with, $50 non-negotiable going to the emergency fund, bringing it down to, make sure you guys can see this, $347. So I always try to keep, once I get to saving challenges, in the $5 range. It's just easier to factor that, and extra money just kind of sits in a buffer. So $2 gets shaved off of that to $345. So this week in our savings challenge videos, you will see me stuff $30 for the month ahead, which we will do in today's video, $60 for our minis, which means we have 2 spicy fives to add, $30 for the tinies, again, 2 spicy fives. And then because of the way our budget worked out and some extra incoming bonus money I have coming next week, we are even able to put more towards debt this month. And I'm going to have another $225, which you will see in today's video, going towards the debt binder. So in total, once all of the bills and the non-negotiables, variable and fixed expenses are taken out of the paycheck, I am left with $345 to play with in savings challenges, and that leaves me with a zero-based budget, meaning every dollar has a job. Okay, so I thought it would be nice to share this with you. I will bring this out, perhaps this page every week, to kind of give you an update on what we have planned and how much we have overall to save with. If you like that, let me know. Message down below. I know a lot of people do like to share their budgeting process. I'm just not there yet. It's too chaotic. I'm still really getting a hold on it again, and so I'm not ready to do that live on camera. But believe me, I do it every week. I do it, and spend a lot of time with the calculator, the pen, and making sure that I know what I have and what needs to be set aside where. So where I can share that with you, I'm going to. All right, so we can set this aside. We know what we have, what we're going to be saving. And again, I said in today's video, you will see month ahead and debt binder. In our next video, you will see minis and tinies. All right, so other exciting things. Again, and I'm sorry in advance for this being kind of a longer video. I have been waiting to share some of this stuff with you. As I mentioned in my last videos, I've been creating like crazy. I haven't been just sitting around. I've been really inspired to get creating products, which is one of my areas that I love the most about this new, I don't know, you call it a hobby, side hustle, whatever. I very much love creating. Before I show you the new products that you can find in my Ko-fi or Etsy shop, I do have to say thank you, thank you, thank you. As of yesterday, we did hit 300 subscribers, and as promised, I have some freebies ready to go. So by the time you see this video, they will be up in my Ko-fi or Ko-fi shop, so you'll be able to find that there. So make sure you go grab that. I can never decide what I want to create, so I always overdo it, but you guys benefit from that. So I've got a set here of 3 minis, the A6 size. These are some sarcastic or motivational, however you want to look at it, little animals here. It's trash can, not trash cannot. I don't know what I'm I'm into the raccoons lately, y'all. They're just sassy. This one makes me laugh. I'm drinking a lot of coffee lately. I've not always been a coffee drinker, but lately I am kind of living off of it. I'm here, I'm awake, and don't push it. He is me in the morning. And then our little sarcastic box here. Sarcasm is my superpower. So again, these are sets. You can do a roll and save. You can determine an amount for each icon. You can do whatever you want with these, making it, good for any budget. And go grab you those off the Ko-Fi. And then, of course, like I said, because I can't decide and because I so much like doing the minis and the tinies, I like to give you those options if you want to play along. This is a set of tinies with the fall and the books, two of my favorite things. So from me to you, thank you. Thank you very much, all of you, for subscribing. I have big goals. Of course, I want to hit even higher numbers of subscribers. So I will have freebies ready. I think the next time we will release a freebie will be at 400 subscribers. Makes sense to me. So if you haven't already subscribed and you're willing, you want to watch our journey, please do that. And if you haven't already, go ahead and grab these freebies in the Ko-Fi shop. I'll have it linked down below. Awesome. So got that taken care of. So let's move on to talking about some of the things that if it's in your budget and you are so willing to spend a little money on some products, then I have some options for you. I have deliberated for a very long time over whether I wanted to do memberships. I love creating it. Like I said, I really do enjoy it. So I love the idea of having a regular cadence of creation in the shop. But the idea behind the memberships, which I've seen so many of you do, is that you kind of have a set guarantee of new products coming to you, and usually at a fairly discounted rate. So I did decide to go ahead and create two membership tiers on my Ko-Fi. So for right now, we're going to have two options there. The first is the Prologue, and the Prologue is more of a digital option. It's for those of you who don't necessarily want to get physicals, like to be able to print at home, and it of course has a lower price point. So the Prologue option is $6 per month, and with that, you will get a monthly themed bundle like this for each month that you are a member. It comes with 2 minis and 2 tinies that all kind of go together as a theme. I'm going to include a month mini for each one. So if you want to do a year of minis, you have that option. You also, as a member at the Prologue or the very first tier, have access to my member-only downloads in the Ko-Fi shop. So I have several in there now. And my promise, my guarantee to my members is that I will put at least 5 new downloads in the Ko-Fi shop each month for my members. So for $6, you can get this and the 5 or more digital downloads each month. And I'm also going to include a 20% off coupon code each month for my members for the Etsy shop. So if you do want to go grab a physical or another digital download that isn't in the Ko-Fi shop, there's a few that are still only in the Etsy shop, you could use that 20% monthly coupon code to do that. So that is the Prologue tier, and you can go and check. Like I said, I've already got quite a few member-only downloads in there, and then we'll just continue adding. So I think that's a pretty good perk there for $6. Let's talk about what the next tier, which is bestseller, what they will get. So with the bestseller at $12 a month, you get everything that comes with the Prologue. So all the digital downloads, this monthly bundle, and access to all the member only. But I am also going to then send each month 2 physical challenges, laminated, nice physical challenges, double-sided, like I like to do. I like to do the double-sided with an image on the back, and scratch-offs. So typically going to be scratch-offs. I don't want to say they'll always be scratch-offs, but they will be physical items, and it will be at least 2, probably 2. I always throw a little bit of a freebie in there, but you never know what you're going to get there. But here's what's promised. So for example, this is the ones that I designed for the September members. It's fall themed. I think it's absolutely beautiful. It tells you how much you're going to save. Like I said, double-sided. So this is the A5 size, and then this one is the new size. I've started creating 4x4. I kind of like that. Again, another scratch off that tells you how much you will save. So if you are a bestseller member, you get all of the digitals, 2 physicals a month, and your monthly discount code for the Etsy shop goes up to 30% instead of the 20%. So those are my 2 options for members. I do have already a few months designed. So if you join now, you basically can get the September stuff when I send it out. But because I want to get you your stuff, the monthly theme stuff before the month starts, this is just a little bonus for this month alone since I've just started. If you join now, you will not only get your September options, but you will also get the October options because come September 15th, that's my cutoff for sending out the October membership. So if you happen to join before September 15th as a bestseller member, you will get all the September stuff and you will also get the October stuff. So show you here that I designed 2 physicals also for the October members. Again, double-sided. A5 and the 4x4. So just a little bonus there. I already have the members monthly bundle ready to go for October, and I even have, honestly, I'm so ready to go, y'all. I have the Novembers ready to go. We have November physicals, November bundles, and then the month ahead, or the monthly member only downloads will be there as well. All right, so let me know if you have any questions. You can let me know down below if you have any questions about the memberships. It's my first go of it, so we can learn together. But I am as ready as I feel like I should be to kick off those memberships. So that's exciting. So let me know if that sounds like something you would be interested in. All right, so I talked to you about the members. I talked to you, or the memberships. I talked to you about the 300 subbies. Let's talk really quick before I get into everything. Again, sorry, it's such a long video, but I put off all this information. I did want to let you know that I do currently have a sale running in Etsy shop for some items that are going to be retiring. There are a few digital downloads that are going to be retiring. They are marked off till the end of September. And then I do have a few of the physicals from last season. If you go into the shop, you will see that there's some retiring physicals that are marked down significantly. So if you want to grab, and they're mostly Christmas or Halloween themed, if you want to grab those before they are gone, and this is the last chance, and you can get them at a pretty good price. So I'm going to make sure you know about that. And also, when you go into the Etsy shop or the Ko-fi shop, you will see that the Etsy shop has some brand new listings for some cute physicals as well as digital downloads. And Ko-fi has the digital downloads also, so they're listed in both places. I have so much to share with you guys. I think I'm going to break it up here, and I will probably show you some of those items in my next video, just so that we can get to the stuffing. So if you're still hanging in there, thanks. How about we get to some actual stuffing? Let's get some of the savings challenges worked on. All right, so at first and foremost, the most adulting thing we've got to do is our emergency fund. We have our $50 here, and we are going to use our Oh Poop challenge. Do you know what? I think I have to pause here and go get it. Hold, please. Okay, sorry about that. Every time I think I have everything I need, I never do. But anywho, here's our Oh Poop challenge. As you know, this is in my shop. It is a digital download. It comes with an option for an A6 or an A5 dashboard printed too. And it is what we use currently for our lovely emergency fund tracking. So all my stuff is downstairs. If you're wondering why I'm out of breath, because I'm out of shape apparently. So go me, go me. All right, so with $50, These being $10 per means we get to color in 5. Of course, I will color these in, fast forward it, so you don't have to sit here and listen to me yak. All right, we have done it. Week 2 of our non-negotiable, I don't call it mandatory, that's just non-negotiable. $50 going into our emergency fund, and since you can tell we've just got started, we have colored in 10, so we should have $100, and as you see, $100. Now, I do try to mention this from time to time, but if you're new to my channel, you'll notice that I'm using prop dollars. This allows me to avoid the bank. Honestly, I found it really difficult to get to and from the bank on a regular basis and get the denominations that I needed, and I like keeping my savings into a high yield savings account so that it can be earning money while it's sitting there. So I shifted to a digital savings model, and I use the prop dollars to represent the money that is already sitting in a high yield savings account. So if you see me using a bill here, that amount is in the high yield savings account in its appropriate bucket. So I have an emergency fund bucket, as they call them in my bank account. I use Ally. Then this $100 is now sitting there already before we ever even film. So that's how that works. All right, so we did our emergency fund. Let's set this aside for just a bit. Let's move on to our month ahead. So we have $30 each week to go to our month ahead. What is a month ahead binder? You may ask if you're new to my channel. It's basically a binder that I use to set a small amount aside each week to start working towards getting a month ahead on my household bills, or at least most common household bills. So mine is set up for 10 utility bills. It is not all of our monthly outgoing bills, but it is the 10 that I wanted to work on now. And it is organized in my binder from lowest amount per month to highest amount. So you see home security, lawn care, internet, gas, pest control, subscriptions, electricity, this is our trash and water, storage, this is storage for our camper, and then our biggest bill, which is cell phones. So each week I set aside $30. Each envelope gets $3. So $3 goes in here, and when I have that amount in this envelope, this will become fully funded, and that additional $3 snowballs into this one, and this next envelope will then get $6, while the rest get $3 each week. It makes more sense as we go on. Before I go into stuffing this one, just to tell you again, I did create an option, a digital download option in my Etsy and my Ko-Fi for you to have your own version of this if you want to also start a month ahead. It comes with quite a few pages of A6 printables, and I did go ahead and autofill some with the most common ones that you might need. But in case there's something missing or you need something more specific, I included several pages of blank ones for you to write in what works best for you. So again, with this, you get to set the amount, you get to set the goal, you say how much each icon is. With the number of icons on here, you can decide how much you want to save. So again, that's in the shop. If you are interested, our month ahead binder set bundle. All right, so we have our $30 here for our month ahead. And what I do currently is 10 ones and 10 twos because $3 for each envelope. Eventually, we'll need to condense down and we can use different denominations. But our first $3 here is going to go into home security. Now, we have a total of 2, 4, 5, 6. Each icon on this one is supposed to be $3, and we did color in one last week. So we're going to get to color in one this week. This is the only one where we get to color in an icon every week, so that's exciting. Again, our goal is 60, and once we color in all these little houses, we will have 60, and this one will be fully funded. All right, so home security is done. Moving on to lawn care. We need to add our $3, and we now have 6. It's going to be the same for everyone because we're all giving the same amount each week. Now, each icon is $4. We weren't able to color in one last time, but now we have 6, so we can color in our first icon on lawn care, and that's exciting. These little steps, they make a difference if you keep up with the consistency. All right, internet, our overall goal is 100. We, again, are going to add $3, meaning, spoiler alert, $6 in this one. Each icon here is $5. So again, this will be the first week we get to color in an icon. On our way. All right, natural gas. This is for heating the house, cooking and whatnot. Gonna add our 3, 4, 6. And on this one, each icon is also worth 5. So you'll get to color one in this week as well. And that is exciting. That bill is definitely going to be going up as the winter months hit. So I do average that one out for the whole year. It's not always $100. Sometimes it's more, sometimes it's less, and generally an average amount that I chose of $100 should give us a month ahead. $6 here for pest control. Again, the icon is worth 5, so we get another opportunity to color one in. This is an exciting week. I think we'll have, next week we won't get to color in as many. Every other week probably for these. All right, moving on to subscriptions. This would be like your Netflix, anything else in the house that people use. Again, icons are $5. We have 6, so we will color another one here. These will all finish about the same time because they're all about the same amount. All right, moving on to one that's always a little more expensive, electricity. Again, averaged out over the year. It varies based on the time of the year, so we just found an average for the year. Now, we have $6, 2, 4, 5, 6. Each icon is worth 9. So we do not, in fact, get to color in an icon this week. But we've added it. Then we have City of OKC. That is our water and trash. $6. Each icon is 9. Will not be coloring in an icon this week. Storage, where we store our camper. $6 going in, $6 total. Each icon is going to be 10, so we've got a little ways to go before we get to color in. And then perhaps the most painful one, the cell phone bill. Again, this is a high number because we keep several family members are on our account, and so our bill is just higher, and several devices together, and each icon on that is 18. All right, so with that, we have finished our month ahead for this week. We are making progress. Small steps are still steps. So that is wrapped up for this week. And that leaves us to our debt binder. Let's get to it, shall we? All right, so again, my debt binder here is going to be themed for the season, but right now we have Witch Please. Debt is dumb, and man, is it ever. It is so dumb. So dumb. But we are in debt, which means we've got to take care of it. So we have some challenges here in our binder to help us have a little more fun with the money that we are setting aside for debt. It's just honestly not very much fun to just take a big chunk of money and put it towards a credit card. But hey, have a little fun with it to begin with. Play with it, have some games, scratch offs, things like that, and suddenly it becomes a little bit more entertaining to pay off that debt. So we have a total of $225 broken up into general denominations. Again, I have my prop money bank over here, so if we need something different, I can grab it. Okay, so up first from our beautiful budgets, we have a box challenge. I love a good box challenge. Love a good box challenge. And we have her spell board. I'm just calling it a spell board, but it's basically that witchy theme where you get to create spells and potions and things like that. So we're going to see what we can get done on this. All right, so we need our little birdie. I don't know where I ended, so I think we'll just start because basically these are all the same icons. They just decide which card you're going to pull. We need to get our cards out. These are the little potion cards. How cute is this? This is a digital download in her shop. I just laminated everything because I plan to reuse it. All right, so we're going to go around the board. Anytime I pass this icon, like the go, I have to pay $1. And yeah, let's see how it goes. Oh, I need my little dice tower. No? Yes, I do. Yes, I do. Still getting in the swing of things. Can you see everything? Yeah, you can see things. I can see things. All right, let's get our D6. All right, that will be 6. We're going to skip over the ones I marked off. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Let's take a card. Okay. I can't mark these off. I'm still figuring out how to do this right, but I can't mark these off until these cards are done. All right, so we scratch off an amount. It's $1 for these spooky bushel of plants. And so what I'm doing here is looking for a card that has that, and I do have one right here in front. So we will mark $1 for that and put that there behind that spell. All right, rolling again. That's a 2, 1, 2. We're doing this. This is like a magic wand, and it tells us, are you feeling lucky? Let's roll a die and see. Even if you get an even, you leave it up to me. Times 2. If you get an odd, it means my heart's been thawed. Save original amount. All right. So it's an odd number. What's going on with this? 3. So we get to save $3 for this card. And I noticed I didn't have an envelope for the bonus stuff, so I'm going to set that in the front. I do need to get an envelope for it. 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. It's another potion card. Scratch here. Yes, we'll be able to make some progress on this one that I'm working on now. All right, it's 4. Let's take this one back. Grab a 5. I don't know, I have a vacuum sitting right here, but why am I scratching and flinging it all over the place? I'm a hot mess. All right, I'm just a hot mess. There's no other way to put it. 1, 2, 3. Got one of these cards. It seems to be that you have missed an opportunity. You can't resist. Go back 2 spaces. All right, we're going back to another potion card. Scratcheroony. Y'all didn't tell me. I forgot to write down the amount for the last one. I know you're screaming at me. All right, so that's 3 for this one, and we happen to have that also on this card, so I didn't forget. I just was just slow to do it. We're doing a 4 here and a 3 here, and we'll grab 3. 1, 2, 3. All right, moving right along. 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Another potion. Hey, we got this guy too. We're moving right along on this one. I don't know what this potion does, but we're about to have it. All right. 2 for this guy. Okay, I gotta stop flinging the shavings everywhere. Guys, why am I such a hot mess today? All right, 2 Let's put 3 back and grab a 5. Take these 2 5s and grab a 10. Look at me condensing as I go. Okay, we're going to get around the whole board. 1, 2, 3, 4. At least once. Potions, potions you will need to keep your pockets free from greed. Double your next potion card to be freed and complete the deed. So times 2. So we need our next potion card. We'll just set that aside. And we get another one of these. Roll a dice. It's out of your control. Go ahead and take a stroll. Move forward what you roll. Alright. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, so we passed this. I gotta pay $1. And I landed on another one of these. Is it potion? Is it gold? Count the number you have rolled. If it's under number 3, keep your money. This one's free. If it's under 3, darn, it's a 6. But it does say roll a 4 through 6, save $1. So we'll put that up here. Done and done, my friends. We went around the board, but we still need to get another potion. So we'll take care of this card. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Ah! Now I can't get a potion. Is there something that you need? Pick a potion to proceed. Pick any potion card you would like. Sweet. Alright, let's just... Yeah, we need this dude, this little bug dude. Let's do him. Okay, so he's a 2. 2 is an expensive little bug. $2. And then we have our card up here. If I can pick it back up. 2 times 2 means 4. So, in order to take care of this bug, I gotta do 4. 1, 2, 3, and 4. He's gonna go in here. And we're gonna wrap this game for today. Alright, so here's the deal. We're not done with these potions, so we're gonna put these cards back. Oh, that wasn't even in the right place. Get over there. We're gonna put these back. For next time. I'll shuffle them up so that they are in a different order. And we will see what happens the next time we play. So, this game's going to take us some time, and I love that because it's so much fun. I love our games. But also, because this is the debt binder, you might remember, if you watched my last video, we have a different rule on this binder. This binder is no matter what, at the end of the month, we are going to empty out any of the money that's in here. And now, if we haven't finished the savings challenge, we will keep it in and we will just play. But the money won't add up past the month. So you have to keep good track of what we actually saved each month. Alright, so for this spell, so far, we have saved $14 towards that one. We didn't get any work done on our spell from last week. So maybe next week we'll be lucky. And then in our little bonus section, we added an additional $5. Hey, why don't we grab a 5? What do we got in here? Another 5. So let's grab a 10. Now our bonus section has 10 in it. Alright, so we're going to put all our little cards back up for next week. The next time we get to, hopefully we get to play the debt binder every week. This is not a guarantee. It's all based off of our budgeting. So if we have the money to put towards debt, we get to play the debt binder. So we'll see how next week's budget goes. It is my hope and my plan currently to be able to do that. Alright. So, oh wait, I'm about to pretend we're done with the whole binder. We're not done with the whole binder. That was just one challenge. Guys, come on. You screaming at me? I'm telling ya. Alright, up next, my next favorite challenge to hate. Schoolyard Apocalypse from Kip and Lou. Digital download. We played it last year. I'm playing it this year. It's so much fun. So let me grab it. I've got a couple of these printed out. Here's how we play Schoolyard Apocalypse. Alright, so we have some adorable zombies here. And they have numbers written on them in a very hard to read text. And we have 1 minute. We will put on the Apple Watch to time us. And we are going to roll 2 dice at once. That's still purple and red. And we're going to take a minute and try to cross off as many as we can. And then we will talk about how we're going to save after. So, hey Siri, can you set a timer for 1 minute? All right, off we go. All right, 2 and 1. So there's a 2, there's a 1. 6 and 3, 6 and 3. I did terribly on this last week, so if we could just do better, 4 and 4, I would be happy with myself. 2 and 2. Where's the 2s? There's a 2. Where's the other? I know. They're just hard to read, you guys, and the stress of the time. 5 and 2. I need another 2 and a 5. All right. I'm not going to look at the time, but 6 and 4. No, 5 and 4. 5 and 4. 4 and 5. All right. 2 and 4. Oh, I can do this. I can do this. Calm down. Calm down. Chill out. 3 and 1. 1 and 3. These are so much fun. I don't even think about the money. 6 and 2. Do we have any more 2s? Surely we have some more. There's 1. He was hiding. All right. Siri says we're done. We're done. We're done. We're done. All right. So when you play this game, it's yours to play how it works for your budget. You can save for all of the amounts that are still left. If you're playing with a higher budget, you can save for the number of zombies. You can add the number together, whatever you want. Let's start by counting the number of zombies. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. 14 zombies. Now, I don't even want to try to add up all those numbers. What did we do last time? Okay, so last time I think we just saved $1 for every zombie and we had 15. So we technically did better by a whole $1. I will take it. It's a win. I'm going to be awesome at this next week. I'm telling you. Let's do $14, saving 1 for each of the zombies. I do not have the kind of budget that allows me to save the amounts of the little zombie heads. So we'll just go with that. $14. 14 buckaroos. 2, 3, and 4. All right. You know what? I'm going to put this back for a 20. So what do we have so far in Schoolyard Apocalypse? 20, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. $29 to have so much fun. So much fun. All right, up next is Spooky Budgets cards, making their next appearance, their appearance again this year. I got these last season. Love them. Going to continue playing with them because I love them. I love them. I love them. All right. I think I set the other cards aside, but let me double check. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I can grab any of these out. So these are her Hocus Pocus cards. So we're going to see what fun. Okay, we got Winnie and a star. Let's see what's under here. I just re-stickered them so that I could play again and again. So I love these laminating challenges. Now, Winnie is mean. She gave us a 13. But what do we expect from her, right? That's not surprising. And a 9. This is a spicy week. But that's okay. We have a little bit more to save with this week. So it's a good week for it to happen to us, huh? All right. So look at me using my vacuum like a good little girl. All right. Oh, okay. 13 and 9. Gotta do the math. That is 22, right? Right? I think so. 13 plus 7 is 20 plus 2 is 22. All right. All right. And we got 21 last week. So now in Spooky Budgets, we have 20, 40, 1, 2, and 3. $43 in our Spooky Budgets savings. Put these completed cards in here. All right. Up next is a set from that I created. They are not in my shop. I just like them. They're tarot card themed. I was just playing around with what it would take to make these cards, and I think my ultimate decision is that I love them, and so I like having them for myself. I'm not sure I'm going to be creating them in the shop. Let's do 2. But, you know, you never know what crazy stuff I might decide to do in the future. But for right now, hope you enjoy just watching me play with my own stuff, my own toys. Alright, so funny tarot cards. This one says the Audacity, Scratcheroony. I created these a while ago. It really doesn't matter. I could have made them yesterday and I still wouldn't remember the amounts. But apparently I like spicy numbers. This one's 15. And this one is, it looks like a 7. So 15 and 7. Again, 22. Not a number today. Vacuuming up my mess. Let's get another 20. And 1 and 2. Let's see. What did we have in here last time? We only got 11 last time. So, alright. 20, 30, 1, 2, and 3. 33 for our tarot cards. Put those completed ones away. Alright. Up next is my Saving with Friends folder. This one is going to be where I rotate in the challenges that I got from other creators. Sometimes freebies, sometimes purchase. These are both from Hey K Budgets. I decided to work on one before the other, so Beetlejuice will come in to the rotation once we finish these spooky guys here. Let's go ahead and roll. It says 6, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Let's do this young lady here. I don't remember if this was a freebie. I honestly got it last year. I do know it was a digital download. I just printed it off and added my own stickers. So that's a 5. Let's do 1 and a 7. 5 and a 7. Gonna make for 12. Do we need to do another one? We got quite a bit. 1, 2, 3, 4. So 5, 7, and 4. Is 16. We'll stop there this week. Alright, 16, Saving with Friends, currently now has, organize it up here, 20, 35, 36, 37. This looks like it is a safe 60, so we should be over halfway now. So that's exciting. Alright, and then up next is one of my challenges. This one is one of the ones from last season. It's a little spicy phrase there, but our crazy bat makes me laugh. Alright, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Scratchy Ruby here. The total saved on this one is going to be 75, and this is a big old 9. Big old 9. For our crazy bat. Go again. 2, 1, 2. Alright, and how about a 5? And you know what? Let's do one more. We did 3 on KK's. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, we finished this side. So 9, 5. I'm not going to forget. And 3. So 17. Did I do the math right on that? Yeah, I did. I should be proud. Alright, 10, 5, 6, and 7, and we are not out of ones, but that's okay. Again, prop dollars for the win. Alright, so, these 2 5s, that's 10. I think we can condense down a little bit. This 2 10s here for a 20. These 2 5s for a 10. And that's what we can do right now without going to the prop bank, and that's okay. I don't really need to. 20, 30, 40, 41, 42, 43, and 44. 44 of the 75 on our crazy bat. All right. Now, on to our greatest failure. My greatest failure of 2025 was that I had started but did not finish the 2025 challenge from Anita, the most organized owl. But being the stubborn one that I am, I refuse to give up. And we are going to use it towards deaf humans. So we're going to go ahead and get some work done on that. So we're going to go ahead. I need a 12-sided die. So what we're doing is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Where is my 12? There's my 12. So it tells me I'm in spot number 11 and I want to color in the highest number. All right. And then you know what else I'm going to do? 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60. 65, 70, 75, 80, 85, 90, 95, 100, 105, 110, 115. So did I do that right? Is it 115? 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60. Yeah. So 115 left. We're going to get our handy dandy calculator here and put 115 on the calculator so that as we mark off, we don't lose track of how much. So the highest number on this one is 35. So we can color in 35 here. I love these challenges. She already has her 2026 out. I checked her shop. I haven't purchased it yet because I'm trying to be good and I want to wait until I get a little further on this one. Alright, so first section is a scratch off. We get to scratch off one of our shiny stickers here. And it is a 10. Already ready? So minus 10. Roll again. 4, it's another scratcher. Oh, my favorite. My favorite. Oh, and it's a book. Double favorite. Y'all, I'm a big reader. If you're new to me, you might not have heard that yet in the few videos I've done. Huge, huge, huge fantasy, romantasy reader. I love to start integrating some of that information into my channel. So definitely be doing that. Talk about what we're reading. So if you're also a book lover, let's be friends. All right, spot number 4. Another scratcher. An apple for 22. Spicy, spicy. All right, we're down to 32. Could we end up, yes, let's do one more roll. That's technically a 2. What's going on there? Let's scratch a Rooney. 25. Woo! Okay, we're done on this page. We are done. That did us in. Alright, 25. And that leaves us with 7. Now, I could find a 7 on here, but did you know that when you get this digital download, she also includes a smaller version, especially if you're on a smaller budget or you maybe want to catch all. There's all kinds of things you can use this for. But it's 225 and we're going to save that one too. So 11 will bring us down here. We're going to save a 2. And basically I'm just then putting all of the money from both of these. Okay, that's a 9. 8, 9. Let's save another 2. And I like ending on this one because I can avoid a IOU in this binder. I definitely don't want that. Because the debt binder savings is so... That's a 7. Did you guys see that? So that's here. Let's save. Let's go ahead and just save the 3. Oh, what did I do? What did I do? I put a green there. We don't want that. We're going to fix that. All right, so 3 over here. and just get that marked off. So we've now spent our whole 115 without an IOU. I'm going to fix this. How might you ask? I'm just going to add a green to make this. Nope, that did not fix it. That did not fix it. We're going to get a custom color here, because I wanted these to all be blues. That's what you get when you lose track. Okay. Oh well. Perfection is not possible. Alright. Okay, so we've done some in our 225, our 2025. We can close that up. We can get back here to our 2025, and we should be able to put in our total 115. But you know, I probably, just for the sake of why, I'm going to take this and trade it in for 100. You guys seeing the benefits of the prop dollars? No need to overcomplicate. 115 going in to the 2025s. Let's see, how much have we saved so far towards debt with Nita's challenge? 100, 10, 20, 30, 40, 45, 50, 55, 56, 57, 58, 59, 60, 61, 62, $162. So when we get to the end of September, no matter what happens from this point on, we know we have $162 towards a debt payment here in this challenge alone, not to mention all the money in all of these. We are headed towards a big smacking debt payment, and we had fun doing it, and it's going to feel so good. So yay us, and thanks for hanging in there. I know this was a super long video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you're still here, thank you. Don't forget to leave a like, a comment, let me know you are watching. I love getting to know you all. I am so grateful for each and every one of you. I will see you in the next video. It will be our minis and tinies. Until then, y'all have a good weekend. Bye!